After making $100,000 in my first 90 days of launching my business, I realized that you need two things in order to grow your business on YouTube. I did this without any ads, literally just from organic content. And those two things you need are views and trust. And a great way to build trust on YouTube and get views is by using the showcase technique. This is where you make a list of results that you've gotten for either yourself or results that you've gotten for other people. And we just wrapped up a call inside of my YouTube coaching community, and I want to share with you guys the 6 video ideas that you should make if you're a business owner. By the end of this, I want you to have you should have 4, 5, 6 video ideas that can perform really well. So a lot of times that can be the blockers. Like, what videos do we make? So I have a really cool kind of framework that I want to go through with you guys. And I actually want to do this myself to think through what videos can we make next that can actually get views. And the beautiful part about these video ideas is if you have something to sell, this is a great video to build credibility and to get leads and customers from these types of videos. So let me share this with you guys and we'll go through this together. Alex Hormozi has, I don't know if this is his exact quote, but he said, with education content, people want a deal on time. People want to save time. They want to learn. They want a deal on their time. That's why they're watching our content. And so there's this YouTuber, her name is Dea. She read the $100 Million Leads book. I read $100 Million Leads for you. It's less than 20 minutes long. And what she's doing is she's giving you a deal on time. Instead of reading the book, which might take hours, you could watch her 20-minute video and get her takeaways. And so she is saving you time by making this content. And she does this a lot on her channel. As I started to go through it, she really is saving. And this is what a lot of us education content creators should be thinking about. So here she has a video called, "This is the Notion weekly plan template I've used for 1,000+ days." You can actually save time if you're a business owner, you're looking to use Notion and you see this video. You're like, man, she's been using this for a long time. Let me learn from what she's been doing these past 1,000+ days using Notion, and let me just do what she's doing. You're taking someone's wisdom and saving time from that. Here we have, I freelanced 10,000+ hours. Here's what I learned. Saving you time, right? And so a lot of us here, we can save people time because we've learned things that people before us, they want our knowledge. I ask Alejandro all the time. I'm like, dude, how do I promote my next webinar? How do I raise my prices? How do I do this? And he is saving me time because he's done it before, or he's helped other people do it before. Here we have, I spent $132,000 in my business in 2023. Here's what I regret. She's given us a deal on her time. Now, these videos are very valuable to the viewer, but the beautiful part about all of this is they give you credibility by just showcasing what you've done. So here's what I want all of us to do. If you can, just start writing out some of your biggest accomplishments. How much money you've made, how long you've been in your industry, the results you've gotten for clients, and just start writing out some of the top things on your, quote unquote resume. And these are going to be video ideas. And I'm going to walk through a few of these with you right now. The first one is, have you done a lot of something? This could be a video. I've read 613 business books. These 16 will make you rich. If you've read that many business books, you can make a video on that because you're saving people time from having to read 597 other books that they don't need to read. Just read these 16. Now, it actually doesn't have to be this intense. Here's what's pretty cool. She only read 40 books and she said on money, here's what will make you rich. So it doesn't have to be some absurd number. If you've read 10 books on blank, or maybe I've read all of Alex Hormozi's books, right? He has like 2 books. I guess he has Gym Launch, right? So you could say all 3 books. You can niche down and go on money, on marketing, on ads. You could even make it easier and say, I read the top 10 marketing books of all time. Here's what I learned. Maybe you've done that. You don't have to read hundreds of books, and also doesn't have to be books. What have you done a lot of? Farah, she was saying she's reviewed thousands of resumes. That is a video because she's saving people time. I've gone through thousands of resumes. Here's what will get you a job. That is a perfect video for her. So what have you done a ton of? And just start writing down some of these ideas. Like Alejandro, here, let me pull up the chat too. And if you guys want to do the chat, what I would love to do is let's go through this, come up with some titles. And if you guys want to, I would love to then refine these titles for you guys. But I think about Alejandro, you've spent a ton of money on ads. You've actually made a ton of YouTube videos, for the vlog channel. You've done, you worked with a lot of top creators. There's a lot of different things you could choose on. It doesn't have to be, consumption of books. It could be something, and it obviously related to your niche, related to your expertise. Moving on. Have you spent a lot of time on something? So here's a couple of really good examples. 30 years of business knowledge in 2 hours, 26 minutes. Simon Squibb, he's been in business for 30 years. So it's a long video, but he's giving you his 30 years of wisdom and he's condensing that down for you. Maybe you've done something over a long period of time, like investing $5 a day for 2.5 years. Here's what happened. People want to know, what's awesome is this feels very tangible for a beginner as well. And it's wow, this guy's invested for a long time. I wonder how much money he has now. People want to put themselves in the shoes of this person. Here's a really interesting one with a different angle. And this is important to think through too. My worst mistakes learning Japanese. 7 years, and then JLPTN1, I believe it's some sort of Japanese language thing. But anyways, the point is he spent 7 years learning Japanese, but he's had some major mistakes. So this is going on the fear side. People don't want to waste their time. And he's really saying, look, I spent 7 years. These are my biggest mistakes. And the thumbnail says 1,000+ hours wasted. So this is a whole different angle where you could go, imagine Simon Squibb does a video like this. And he says, my worst mistakes in business over the past 30 years. And maybe it's $20 million wasted or, 4,000 hours wasted. There's different ways to do this. So when you just kind of flip it like that. Marlon posted 10 years of online dating experience in 23 minutes and going to 20 years of dating experience. That's awesome. So yeah, that is a perfect example. Building credibility, giving people a deal on their time. Have you done something every day or every week or every month for a long period of time? I don't know, maybe Khalil's taken photos every single week. I don't know, maybe that's not true, but think about what's something you've done every single week, every single day, every single month for a long period of time. This could be a great video idea for you. I tried Marcus Aurelius's, I don't know if I'm even saying that right, nighttime routine for 28 days. So you take an authority figure, someone maybe who is attractive in your space. So if you're an investor, you could say, I tried Warren Buffett's morning routine for 28 days. That could be a video you make. Okay. These are just hopefully sparking ideas for you. But ideally, this is something you've already done. You can just touch on. I did cardio every day for 30 days. This is what happened. Now, these people are documenting the journey. You don't actually have to go out and document the journey. Maybe Reggie, maybe you've stretched every single morning the past 10 years because you just grew up and you were I'm going to stretch. This is just an example. You don't have to document you stretching, for 30 days. You can just say I've stretched for 10 years. Here's what here's the benefits, or here's how it's changed my life. Here's another one where, what if you quit something? I quit sugar for 30 days. Now what's important here too is because I was coming up with video ideas, and I'm in a small group actually with Alejandro for our church, and Alejandro's having us go through this book it's called the Ruthless and Elimination of Hurry. And I've started reading it. And I'm like, man, this is really good. And one of the points in there was just trying to slow down your life and not be in a constant feed of, I'm always listening to a podcast. I'm always scrolling my phone. I always have a TV on, and it's about really being present in the moment, slowing down. And one of the things he recommends is 1 day a week, what Christians call a Sabbath, where you just rest. And I actually want to implement this into my life. And part of that is I've decided I'm going to turn off my phone on Sundays. And so then I'm thinking this would be an interesting video, right? I turned off my phone for 24 hours. I quit social media for 24 hours, or I could even try doing it if I wanted to, like for a week. I deleted social media off my phone for a week. But here's the issue I want you guys to think about. Is it attracting the right crowd? And for me, that video probably is not attracting entrepreneurs. It might, but overall, it's probably not. And so you want to make sure, when I was thinking of these ideas, I'm going to go, maybe I don't make that video because it might not attract the right audience. So as you start coming up with these ideas, don't chase necessarily just the viral view count, but really think about, how can I quit something that is maybe relevant to my ideal audience? For me, maybe what I could do with that is I replaced social media consumption with creating for 30 days. That would be more relevant to my crowd because people want to learn how to create content. And so I'd have to brainstorm how to get a good title from that. But really make sure this is targeting your ideal target audience. Have you gotten good results really fast? So I started a YouTube channel and got 1,000 subscribers in 9 days. So I just made a video talking about how I did it. And those are some really good results that were faster than a lot of people. Another way to think about this is, have you just been able to do something faster than others? Maybe there's not a huge result attached to it, but like I made a video and these videos performed really well. How to make a YouTube thumbnail in 5 minutes. I literally start a timer and make this thumbnail in 5 minutes. So what's something you could do that takes people a long time, but you're able to do it really fast? Maybe it's making 30 YouTube shorts in an hour using AI. So what does your ideal person want to do? For, Reggie, maybe it's getting rid of back pain. And so you could make a video on how to get rid of your back pain in just 3 minutes or in just 3 minutes a day. And you give people a 3-minute stretch a day that can get them results to maybe help their back, their neck, whatever that looks like. People want stuff quick, right? And then the last one here is, have you spent a lot of money on something? A lot of us in the education space, we've spent a lot of time, a lot of money on coaching, on courses. And this guy said, I spent over $1,000 in Jakarta's largest fake market. So he's buying fake iPhones, fake designer clothes, but spending $1,000 doing that. And people are interested to see like what he can get for that money. For a lot of us, it could be as simple as talking about our experience with spending money on coaches or gurus and talking about what we've learned, or courses. I think someone made a video on like joining the Content Academy and was like, I spend money on a YouTube coach. Here's what I've learned. And that can be beneficial for the people who haven't spent money on a certain course yet, or certain courses or coaching, but they might be interested too. Those are the examples. I'd love to first answer any questions on that. And if you guys have like any other ideas too, I would love to add more frameworks to this. I think there's more we could get into. Alejandro, your latest video, you were kind of talking about how you gave up a ton of money. So that's a little bit different. You were like, what was the title again, Alejandro?
I think it's going to be, I walked away from $281,000.
That's a great title because it's the opposite of you spent a lot of money on something. You're giving up a lot of money. So you could say, I've made this much money. Like, here's what I've learned. But like you're saying, I'm giving up this large amount of money. And you're talking about how you're saying no to clients and you're actually kind of moving to focus. That captures people's attention. And so really part of this here is like really focusing on like extremes. That's why we're like, what's your biggest accomplishment? Maybe another thing you could think through is like, what's the best thing you've ever done? What's the worst thing you've ever done? What's like some of the weirdest things you've ever done? Like maybe there's just like a weird tool you use. What's the easiest, the hardest? Like just add EST, and that can help you start brainstorming ideas. the easiest way to get cinematic lighting, the easiest way to fix your back pain, the hardest, and just so extremes can often do well. That's why when people say like, I spent 24 hours with the world's blank, it's like the world's shortest person, or like I've seen a video like that. It's like I spent 24 hours with the world's shortest person. People are just intrigued by these extremes. Tallest, shortest, biggest, smallest. And so using that to our example and just thinking in personal traits, what I love about all these examples here is it builds credibility. And that's something we should do in our videos because it gives people a reason to listen to us. Yo, if you're an online business owner, maybe you're a course creator, a coach, consultant, agency owner, but you're looking to scale on YouTube and get more clients organically, I would love to help you. If you go on Instagram, you can DM me the word grow and I'll send you some details. We're opening up some spots for the Content Academy, which is where we do what you just watched every single week, twice a week, and I help you build out a YouTube sales funnel to get more views and get more clients. Okay, peace out, everybody. See you soon.